Okay.
Go ahead.
Angel numbers.
Yes.
How do you feel about numbers? Angel numbers, that kind of thing.
So my mom is really big. My mom and my sister are really big on angel numbers. You know, I don't understand what they mean, but I haven't really looked into it. But my mom, I'm trying not to burp, but my mom, she's like really big into them, and I know like anytime I see like 333 or 444 or whatever, then I know, you know, something is happening. I just don't know what that is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. What is your take on spirituality? Like, how do you get down?
I forgot who I was having the conversation with. I was literally just talking about. Oh, okay. So it was 2 days ago. We were talking about like religion, and because my friend, I found out. Well, my new friend, I found out that he's Jehovah Witness, I think is what it is. Okay. And well, the other guy is Christian, but we were all talking about like religion and spirituality, you know, and stuff like that. And I was just like telling him, like, I'm one of those people where I believe in God. I pray to God. However, I'm not like a very religious Christian or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because I know my relationship, and that's all that gets me by. But I am open, just like Will Smith, how he studied every single religion. I am open to hearing other religions, and because at the end of the day, and hopefully this isn't like a bad saying, but at the end of the day, we're all in a sense kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's just looking for something to believe in, to deal with problems that you can't handle, or to have questions answered that you don't know how to answer. And God is my comfort zone. However, I don't knock someone else's comfort zone being the other religions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm also really big in the universe. So I don't know what religion or spirituality that is.
Really? Okay, wait. Okay, that's a good.
Okay, can I answer this really, really quick?
Yeah, business.
Okay. No, it's not. This is my family.
Family.
Yeah. Sorry. Help. Hey, what's up? Okay.
We love it. A family man.
I'm sorry.
No,
absolutely.
It's okay.
Yeah. All this shit is fake. Not fake, but like, you know, all you have is your family. You know, your family and people who are close to you. So I try to make sure my family comes first. Right. The universe. Yeah, I believe in. Okay, so this is my belief that God created the universe, and the universe does its own thing that is like under God. And, you know, you ask, because I saw this thing about if you are talking to the universe and that means that you're disobeying God and all this craziness. And I was like, I don't think so. I think that God created the universe to do things, and, you know, that's what happens. I don't know. I pray, and then that's me. That's it.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Because you seem, since I've known you, you've always seemed to just have a light. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's funny because we've never had a religious conversation, but you've just always given off this glow to me that like you and God seem mad cool. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that is really nice to hear, because I need to work on it a little more. But it's nice to hear that though. Yeah,
because it's like, and that's why I wanted your take on like the universe and things like that, and you know your spirituality view, because it's like, it's funny what you said about the universe just now, because I have the same kind of outlook. It's like, all right, we'll say God created the universe. Like it's like a method, and like it's kind of like our like home. And so it's like, I mean, God had to create something for us. So inside of that, like it has its own workings, but it's like, it's still God's creation, but the universe is the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it has its ways, you know, and like, just speaking on like the Bible, you know, that's why I love Genesis chapter 1, because I really feel like God speaking everything into existence was like, I don't think that was like by coincidence. Like I think that was like the first step of like, this is how you show your God power on earth, you know, by using your voice.
I genuinely feel like we are all like many gods, but like nothing compared to God itself. I was gonna say himself, but then I keep forgetting. I told myself stop doing that because it's not a gender. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that we all have some bit of something that we can do that is like very powerful. Like even something as simple as manifestation, I feel like is extremely powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that goes with what you were saying, how God spoke, like life and all that stuff. I just feel like, I'm not gonna say we can do the same thing, but I feel like, we can do some crazy things that the world knows about, and like we're very restricted, like from what we eat and stuff like that is restricting us, what we see, sound waves, satellites, that's a whole nother conversation. But I just feel like we're very powerful, like, and we can tap into it like a little bit, but that goes into the whole free will thing. It's but so much you can do or put on that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you just said, I think we can create. Like not to the level of God, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I think basically like how you say we're many gods. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're. You know about fractals? You know what fractals are, like in math? Mm-mm. So fractals are basically like how you can draw a square, and then it's like a big square, but the inside of that draw like a smaller square, but they have the same. They both are 360 degrees, but so it's just like a smaller version of it. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what we are with God. And so, like, I watched Lucy. You ever seen that movie?
Oh, my, yes.
I watched that for the first time last week. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
You were late.
As hell. Quite tardy.
That's one of my favorite movies, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what I mean by us being able to do things. And it's crazy because some people know this, and they put it in movies. They put it in shows. It's like they let you know. And I feel like what she did is very real with a little sci-fi twist to it, but I feel like what she did is very real in some form or fashion.
Yeah,
but I feel like you're in trouble when you find out how to do it.
That's what I think Jesus represented in the Bible. I think he represented like, because I reached this point where I think I figured out how I will label myself. I really I love the theme of Jesus. I love the Bible. Mm-hmm. I just think I don't think it's literal. I just think it's allegorical. So that's my thing. Like I'm willing to honestly buy into basically most of it. If we look at it from like a, hey, this is a blueprint and lessons for humans more so than history. That's just my perspective. But with that perspective, inside of that, like, that's why I love the theme of Jesus so much, because it's like, I feel like Jesus represents this man that comes in and awakens people's consciousness, awakens people's minds, and gets them perhaps past that 10%, and
look at you,
child Lucy, and get into like the mind. Because when I think about the mind, I'm like, this is like God, because it's I think it's wild how like we have these physical bodies, but like the only thing that's making my hand move is like this mind.
I know. Sometimes it scares me. I be thinking about that sometimes too when I'm laying down, how my mind truly controls all of this, and it controls what's outside of it too. And a lot of people don't, look into that. But like for real, just like how this is saying that I started taking on recently, which is if you change the way you see things, the things you see change. And I feel like that goes with what we're saying, because your mind controls more than what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like it can control things you see. It can control how people react to you. It's so much that your mind could do. And what's even more crazy that I just thought about within this conversation is the mind is truly just trying to figure itself out. Does that make any sense?
What do you mean by that? Because
you got to think, this is everybody's first time like living here. I mean, you can get very, this second lives and all that stuff.
Right.
Da, da, da.
But as the people we are, this is our first time.
This is our first time. Our minds don't fully know what it can do. So it's trying to figure itself out. That's why scientists have there's brain surgeons and shit like that, because the brain is just trying to figure out what it can do. that's why it's breaking out somebody else's brain. And am I making sense? Because I feel like I'm hitting on something here, but at the same time,
yes.
Yeah, I feel like your brain is literally just trying to figure out everything that it can do, but like it's in like a cage. You know what I'm saying? And it's trying to figure out what it can do outside the cage. Does that make any sense?
So what do you think serves? Yeah, no, it does.
Okay.
So what conceptually to you is the cage? Society? Or literally like your because it is trapped inside the head.
I mean, yeah. But I don't think that I don't think it's limited. It knows that it's not limited to just the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But society, the world, just different things. But it takes a special kind of mind to want to look into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody plays an important role, because if everybody wanted to be enlightened, then no one's enlightened. You know what I'm saying? Just like what The Incredibles said. She was like, if everybody wants to be a superhero, then no one's a superhero. So like, you know, you need the people that don't necessarily want to give into that and all that stuff. So I don't know. Am I making sense?
No, you are, because now
can you hold this?
Yes. Okay. You're helping me. You're right. But exactly what you said is happening. The more we talk, my point from earlier is like how you just said that there are like a bunch of, well, not a bunch of, but there are like some people who don't necessarily want to tap into deeper things. You know what I'm saying? And people who just kind of serve that role. And that's what I think, like, I feel like life, how I was saying, it's just a bunch of numbers. I think everything in existence is just like some kind of numerical possibility. Because if there are an infinite amount of numbers, I feel like when numbers being a concept, it has to be like, and the concept is true. And when I say it's true, I mean like we know that numbers are real because we use them to build this physical earth. You know what I'm saying? Even though like numerical values and like numbers aren't really like a tangible thing, we use it on this tangible earth to build everything basically. Like even...
Yeah, but that's crazy because we made up numbers.
You think so? Or did we discover them? Because when I say numbers, I don't mean like 1, 2, 3. I mean just like at their core, like
counting.
Yeah, like numerical value. Like
I don't know. I
quantitative value.
I feel like we made. I don't know. That's a little deep, because it's like I feel like we made them up because, you know, we needed to find a way to organize different things. But I feel like as cavemen and as little fish or whatever we were, I don't know the whole back thing, but like, you know,
you talking about evolution?
Yes, yeah. I don't know all that, but I feel like
oh, you mean monkeys?
Stop. I feel like even like animals and like, you know, cells and all, like I feel like everything counts. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody counts, and I don't know. That's one of those questions that like your brain isn't allowed to think, and then once you think it sends you into like a whole little thing. Yeah. I'm gonna really think about that.
But that's like,
that's crazy.
That's what when you say everything counts, no pun intended, that's why I think everything in existence is like the representation of like a numerical possibility. Because if there are an infinite amount of numbers, so like we're talking like they're still adding more numbers to this day.
But that's crazy you say that, because in a sense, numbers is just from 0 to 10, and then it's like reused like an infinite amount of times. But like it's the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 through 9, and 0 is being used over and over and over and over again, which is so crazy to me now that I'm thinking about it. Because I don't know. Math was never my subject. It never was.
Right. But this is like a different type of math. This is like God's math, you know?
This is why you're so obsessed with numbers, because it's like you're unlocking something that, you know, is not, I'm not gonna say it's supposed to be unlocked, but like it's not taught to us. So in a sense, we're not supposed to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and those are like the best lessons to learn.
Man.
But they're scary. They're so scary because you don't know who coming after you.
Right.
I don't know none of this stuff.
But that's
So if they coming after someone, they coming after the teacher.
you know that, and that's why. Remember I brought up the Messiah energy earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
See, okay, everything's unfolding.
I told
Like,
you it
yeah,
would.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
circle
yeah.
back. Go ahead.
You know, you're perfectly right though, because like you just said something. Damn.
Can you hear me swallow when I swallow my spit?
No,
Okay.
Mike's ain't that good.
Well, that's good because that's embarrassing.
No, you're.
Yeah. No, I kid you not. Oh, well, you're trying to remember something. So.
No. Well, no. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it has nothing to do with this at all. So.
Okay, can we hold it?
We can hold
Because
it.
you said some.
Yeah.
You said Oh God.
I was talking about numbers. I was saying how numbers are like.
Oh, you were saying it's 1 through 9, then repeat it. Well,
Yes.
1 through 0 basically, and then repeat
0
it.
through 9. Yeah.
Yes, and that's basically that's like what I was talking about with the fractals.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you really think about like the number 111, let's just use like a angel number. So 111.
Yeah.
If you break it down, it's just like one set of 100s, one set of 10s, and then 1. You know? So like,
You lost me.
okay, like if we look at the number 793.
I wish you had a.
I do. I said, I said I was going to use that whiteboard. One second.
There you go.
Okay.
Right. No, it's just crazy. This is very. I'm gonna take this home with me. This mindset. I am. You are truly like a